There once was a stock that put to sea. The name of the stock was GME. The price blew up and the shorts dipped down. Hold my bully boys, hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when Ryan Cohen joined the board. The captain called all hands and swore he'll take his shares and hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Before the news had hit the market, Wall Street bets came up and bought. With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. No deals were cut, no shorts were squeezed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the artist breed. He took the risk to hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. For 40 days or even more, the stock went up, then down once more. All gains were lost, it was looking poor, but still those traders did hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The short's not squeezed and the gain's not won. The tendy man makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Oh, I bid farewell to my monthly paycheck, and I gambled it all on a GME bet. To hold with the boys and ignore calls to sell until we have given the hedgies all hell. And the tendies and diamonds are filling my mind. I'll search for the moon and pay losses no mind. I fear not the hedgie, I fear not his greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Plot a course off to Mars from the orbit of Moon, to a place where my gains grew along with my crew. It's not about greed, no, I tell to my best, but sending a message to Wall Street the pest. As the words of their dread fill the space of my ears, they're crying like children, their saltiest tears. My heart fills with joy that it's bigger than we. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Oh, for sure they will learn that there is consequence for playing with markets for his needs and ends. But when Reddit investors used their tricks on them, they screamed and they shouted while we bought again. As the sights of their rage filled the space in my eyes, for they duped us, but they won't escape us this time. We're this far from winning, this far from their greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Now that I'm staring down on the feds and the rich, I'm not sure what I want, but I don't think it's this. As my brothers stand in the raging typhoon, I hold on to my shares as they launch towards the moon. As the souls of huddlers live forever in my mind as I fulfill the dreams that they once tried to find. I look from the moon with the stars within reach. I remember Wall Street bets and they think of me. For our stocks with the moonshot forever will be. I remember the fallen and they think of me. For the hedges shall crumble and fall to their knees. If tomorrow all the gains were gone, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my stimulus and wife. I thank my lucky stars to be trading here today, 'cause we all still hold our calls and shares, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. From the floor in New York City to accounts on Fidelity, from the house of your wife's boyfriend, you just tried to make him see. From you deep fucking value and your own portfolio, where there's tendies in every artist's gut, and it's time we buy and hold. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets.
What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing today? It is Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. I'm your host, Ty, and this is Smarter Gambling. So, pretty crazy day today, huh? Man, the price action on the meme stocks were insane. This morning, these things were flying. And then for the most part, most of them came down. But a few meme stocks are getting short squeezed. Actually, a bunch of things are getting squeezed, but a lot of names that you don't typically hear about on social media, stock twits, and Wall Street bets. But anyway, we'll get to all of that. So today we're doing the show from the stock exchange, New York Stock Exchange. That is because pretty neutral day overall. Pretty flat day. Everything finished kind of sideways. Hey Monica, nice to see you again. Haven't seen you chat in a while, so nice for you to be here. Thanks for joining me today. Appreciate you. Yeah, Clover. We're gonna talk about Clover, of course. Hope you made some tendies in that. But yeah, great show for you guys today. We're gonna talk about, of course, we're gonna do our daily stock and crypto review. We're gonna talk about AMC for the analysis. We're gonna talk about AMC, Clover, Blackberry, Workhorse, GME, and Wish. And then, of course, we'll get to the Yolos. So, yeah, great show for you guys today. Got a lot of content to discuss. So, stay tuned for all of that. And before we begin, please like the video. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Boom. All right. Excuse me. All right, so the Dow Jones is down 0.09%. The Nasdaq is up 0.06%. It was a lot higher this morning. The Nasdaq was flying, and actually the Dow Jones and S&P were really in the red, but the Dow Jones and S&P came back up during the day, and the Nasdaq sold off. S&P 500 finishes up 0.02%. So yeah, overall pretty flat day. The VIX is up 3.84%. We're at 17.05 now. So for the major indexes, really not too much going on. Let's take a look at the individual stocks. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, so we got Bed Bath & Beyond up 8.39% today. Real quick, just want to show you guys a play that I made on Bed Bath & Beyond. I wanted to get into this actually on Monday before it took off, but was holding off, trying to see if I could, if the price would come down a little bit and I could enter a position for cheaper. Unfortunately, it did not. It went flying yesterday. Again, went up. Actually, today it was up like 20%, so I managed to catch it when it was back down to 6. But anyway, here's my position. So I sold 2 puts for Bed Bath & Beyond, 2 cash secured puts for $46 each. This is for June 18th. $30 put, $30 strike. So if this comes back down to $8 by June 18th, okay. So if it does not come back down to $8 by June, or excuse me, $30, I'm thinking about Oxygen, which I'll talk about. If this doesn't come back down to $30 by June 18th, I'll be able to keep the money, all $92 here. And if it does come back below $30, then I'm obligated to buy 200 shares of Bed Bath & Beyond at $30, which I wanted to anyway. So really, it's a win-win here. If it doesn't go back, I just keep the money. If it goes back, then I have to buy 200 shares for $30 each, and I keep the money. So, I'm a big fan of selling calls, or selling options, actually, in general. That was selling puts right there. So, either way, whatever happens, I'm happy with it. I'm going to be making money. Okay. What we got here? So we got Clover Health up 85.82% today. I'll give that the money counter. Amazing, amazing. It looked like it was coming down, and it went straight back up in the middle, and towards the end of the day, actually. So congratulations to everyone with Clover. Hope you guys made the tendies. Very surprising. But all the meme stocks have been surprises. So we'll discuss Clover in a little bit. We'll get to that. We'll get to the analysis. Okay. What else we got here? Uh-oh, I hear thunder. Sounds like it's gonna rain. DraftKings up 3.35%. Let's go. EDR. Oh, interesting. That's the UFC. That's up 5.34%. We got GME, which we'll discuss a little later. That's up 7.14%. Back to 300. Wow. GME is not dead yet. It's still going. Okay. Anything crazy going on here? What? Li Auto's up 6.71%. Interesting. Nice little gain there. We got Mind Medicine down 4.63%. Moderna down 3%. Nikola still pumping, huh? That's up 5.1%. Ocugen down 1.55%. So really not too bad. You know, yesterday it pumped 20%. Today it was up, forget how much, like 5% in the morning, and then it went all the way back down to like 7, or it went down below. It was -7. So it finishes down 1.55%. Really not too bad, all things considered. I also took a position in Ocugen. Going to show that to you guys real quick. Okay. So here's my position in Ocugen. This was a $5,600 trade. The Bed Bath & Beyond was a $6,000 trade. So same thing. I sold puts on this. I wanted to get in. Really, I should have did this on Monday, but I was hoping it would come down. Did not. It went the complete opposite way. But that's all right. So I sold 7 puts here for $36 each, I believe. So that's around $250 in total. So these are for June 18th, $8 strike. So if this does not come back down to $8 by June 18th, I will be able to just keep the $250 and nothing happens. And if it does come below $8, then I get to keep the $250 plus I get to buy Ocugen, 700 shares of Ocugen for $8 each. So, which I wanted to anyway. So, again, either way, whatever happens, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be making money either way. So, yeah, I wanted to get into Ocugen for a while. Finally sold puts on it. Okay. We got Palantir up 1... Oh, that's not Palantir. Palantir is down 0.33%. Wow. Ride, Lordstown Motors, that's down 16.27%. But that has been pumping, so I guess it's a healthy pullback. Whoa, Rocket. Rocket is doing something, huh? That haven't heard that name in a while. Rocket is up 7.09%. Romeo Power up 6.28%. What else we got here? Skills. Wow, that's still pumping. That's up 4.57%. Very upset I could not get into that. I should have bought that at like 12 or like 14 when it was at a low. I was thinking about it. Didn't go for it. I regret that now, but it's all right. We got SoFi. Wow, that's up 12.64%. A lot of apes happy about that. I know a lot of apes like SoFi. Virgin Galactic still pumping. That's up 8.07%. Got Tilray up 2.5754%. Yeah, I don't think anything else is very interesting. Oh, we got Workhorse. That's right. We're going to talk about Workhorse. a little later. That's up 11.76%. So congratulations to everyone with Workhorse. That has been running for the past week. All right. So, yeah, that is the stock market. Really not too much going on, except the few select meme stocks and a fewer smaller names getting squeezed. Actually, is Wish? Did I say Wish? Should add that here. Wish. Yeah, Wish is up 49.87%. So you don't really see that on StockTwits, but that name is very popular on Wall Street Bets. So a lot of posts about that. And we got a few Yolos about that later. Okay, so that's the stock market. Let's take a look at crypto. Give me a sec as I pull this up. Hey, Low Roller. Nice to see you again. Thanks for joining me, as always. Appreciate you. One guy got rich on Clover on Wall Street Bets. Actually, a lot of them got rich on Clover on Wall Street Bets. I did see a lot of them. I don't know which one you're specifically referring to, but I have a few YOLOs about Clover later. And I guess if you want, you can link it to me, and we'll go over that. Okay, so here's crypto. Down 7.87% today. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Although I don't feel that bad because I did sell some covered calls on my Bitcoin, so nice hedge there. So it doesn't hurt that bad. Doesn't hurt as bad. So yeah, Bitcoin is down 8%. Ether is down 8.17%. Binance down 10.5%. Cardano down 8%. Dogecoin down 8.5%. XRP down 6.67%. Polkadot down 10.24%. Bitcoin Cash down 7.21%. Litecoin down 8%. Chainlink down 11.69%. Internet Computer down 18.9%. Polygon down 10.42%. Everything down. Ether down 10%. Wow. Disgusting. Monero down 8.62%. Neo down about 14%. Yeah, really not good. Really not good. It looked like, we were recovering on the way back up to 40,000, 45,000 Bitcoin. And just goes completely the other way. So, 30,000 was the bottom so far. I really hope it doesn't go below 30,000. But, hey, this is crypto we're talking about. Trades like meme stocks. So, crazy volatility, crazy price action, crazy price swings. So, I've been in crypto for years. Nothing new to me. But for the newcomers, I can see why this is really nerve-wracking. Don't invest money you can't afford to lose. So, yeah, disgusting day for crypto. Hopefully, comes back soon. Low Roller, I saw you deleted your message, but you can just keep it there. I'll review it at the end with the YOLOs, or you can just link it later, whatever. Okay. So, okay, let's get into the analysis. Well, we first got a article. Okay. Okay, so let's read this once it finishes loading. All right. As AMC seeks to add more theaters to its portfolio, insiders warn that the market already has too many screens. Key points. Speaking with Jeffries, Ownby said that America is overscreened. Before the pandemic, there were around 40,000 screens. The bottom 15% of those locations generated only around 5% of the box office, Jeffries reported in a research note. AMC, which raised around $2 billion in cash over the last 6 months, plans to use some of those fresh funds to acquire more movie theater locations. What's up with the lag today? This is crazy. Okay. So, yeah, as we've been seeing with this crazy stock run with AMC, the CEO has been offering more shares. Like at 30 they did one, I think at 40 and 50 they did one. So they're loaded with cash right now. And they're going to use that money to renovate their locations, to pay down debt, and finally to acquire smaller movie theaters, smaller movie chains. So, initially that was thought to be really bullish by the apes, at least. They're expanding their company. They're acquiring other companies, and it seemed like really good news, really good bullish news. Now we see this come out, and this is coming from the insiders, so they probably know more than we do. They're saying it may not be a good idea to acquire all these additional movie theaters. It's not actually going to help the bottom line. So conflicting opinions here, and really, both sides should be bullish on this because it benefits them if AMC does well, but insiders are saying that this might not be that bullish. So this is pretty noteworthy. So we'll just have to see what happens with this. But I mean the fundamentals and the stock price are kind of not really trading together anyway. So I'm not sure how much of an effect this actually has in the short term, at least. Maybe in the long term, it'll help. But interesting stuff here. I came across this interesting news. So we'll see what happens. Okay, let's get into the analysis. Okay. AMC. Okay, here's AMC. So this finishes at 55.05. That's up 0.09% today. So pretty flat trading. And I see in the after hours, it's down about 50 cents. It's now at 54.44. So earlier this morning, can't remember exactly how much this was trading at, but it was pumping. It was pumping. And just throughout the day, saw a gradual pullback. It went red and finishes slightly in the green. So it's still trading in this channel. Not really much different from yesterday about what I said. So I'm just gonna recap what I said yesterday. It's trading in this channel now, this sideways channel, this rectangle, between 58 and 51. If this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 62, and then the all-time high of 72.62. And if it breaks that, well, then it's uncharted territory at that point. Nobody really knows where it's going to go. The market will decide for itself. Now, if this goes to the downside, the next level of support would be 51. And then it can go all the way back down to about 38. Now, there's probably more levels of support between 51 and 38. It's just that there's not much data to go off of yet, so I can't really draw that. But there's probably one or two new levels of support there that we just don't know about yet. RSI is at RSI is at 76, so it still is in overbought, overvalued territory. But it is coming down significantly. It is coming back down to earth, returning to normal. The volume is decreasing every single day. There's less and less volume, so that kind of signals that this is going to pull back. I'm not going to say it is because this is a meme stock, but usually when the volume is decreasing, that means the run is generally over and probably going to pull back. Now, I did see unusual options activity on AMC, so let's go over that right now. Wow. I actually see a new one. Let me see how much money this is real quick. Okay. So, I did see this trade earlier in the day. This is a put spread. You see here? If you, well, you can't see my cursor, but down here, if you look, there is a trade for the June 11th, expiring this Friday. 2,648 put options for the 70 strike was traded. And then we have same thing for the 65 strike put. Now, if you do the math, in total, you see here, $1,881, $1,491. It's a spread, so you multiply them by the quantity and then you subtract them. And turns out this was a $1.1 million trade. So very, very unusual activity there. Now, so we know it's a put spread. But is it a put debit spread or a put credit spread? Well, to find that out, we have to look at the time of this trade, which was 9:55. So we look on the chart, go to the 1 day, 1 minute chart, and we look at 9:55, which is back here. So where my cursor is right now, this was 9:55. So we know it's a put spread. If the stock sold off after this trade, we can confirm that it's a put debit spread. And if it went, did I just say that? If it went up, we know that it's a credit spread. If it goes down, we know that it's a debit spread. So we see here, it tanks after 9:55. So therefore, we can confirm that this is a put debit spread. So all that means is that this person they think that by June 11th, this Friday, they want AMC to finish between 65 and 70. If it does, they're going to make max money. If it goes below 65, then that's when they would still make money, but not the max gain. And if it goes above 70, that's when they would start losing money. So, interesting stuff here, you know. Should follow the smart money. So smart money thinks that they're betting on this to finish between $65 and $70 by Friday. So no guarantee it will, but that is unusual options activity, and that's very noteworthy. Okay, so that's all I got for AMC. Let's go to Clover. It has been so hot. Okay. So let's read. Clover Health shares double on session at one point as Reddit retail trading mania spreads. Key points. Shares of Clover Health, a Medicare insurance startup, jumped more than 100% at one point on Tuesday. Chatter about Clover grew on Reddit's Wall Street Bets forum, which now has more than 10 million participants. So, that's just a recap of what happened today for Clover. So let's take a look at that. Zoom out here. Okay. So yesterday I said that the cup and handle was forming, and it looked like, Clover was going to pull back and consolidate, and then there was going to be another breakout. That's what I said yesterday. I was completely wrong. Completely wrong. It squeezed today. Massive squeeze. It finishes up. It finishes at $22.15. That is up 85.82% today. So, congratulations to everyone holding Clover. Very happy for you guys. Congratulations on the tendies. So, let's take a look at this. Let me, actually. So, at one point, this was pushing 100%. I think it did reach 100% for the day. Did pull back a little bit. So, right off the bat, we can see there's a gap here. A gap up at around $12. So, when there's a gap up, the gap is likely to fill. So, just based on the technicals, we can assume that at some point this is going to come back down to $12. No guarantee, but usually gaps do fill. Actually, we see back here, there was a gap down that never got filled at around 14. And today, that gap got filled. So, eventually, this is likely to come back down to fill the gap at $12. Not good news for the bulls, but that's what the chart says. Volume is at 722 million today. Crazy volume. By far, the biggest volume day ever for this company. Like, by far. I think the next closest volume day was around 255 million. So, almost 3 times the volume. Whoa, thunder. Almost 3 times the biggest volume day that it last had. The RSI is at 91, so this currently is in overbought, overvalued territory. Very deep in overbought, overvalued territory. So I would just caution everyone, be careful. And do I have unusual options? Okay, there's also unusual options activity for this one too. So let's take a look at that. All right, so here it is. So we got June 18th. We got a spread here. This is a call spread, and we don't know which one it is yet, but we'll talk about that in just a second. So we got a call spread here. There was a trade for June 18th. $10 calls, 3,500 purchased, or 3,500 traded for $1,080. Then there's another trade for June 18th, $19 strike, same thing, 3,500 traded for $530. So if you do the math, I'll do that real quick, show you guys. $3,500 times. Okay, if you do the math, that's almost a $2 million trade. $1.9 million trade there. So, is this a call credit spread or call debit spread? Well, let's find out. So, okay, so this was at 151. So let's take a look at the chart. So we go to 151. Okay, so if you look at my cursor, here's 151. So as soon as this trade was initiated, the stock tanks. Not significantly, but the stock goes down right after this trade was made. So what can that tell us? Is this a call debit spread or a call credit spread? Well, this is a call debit spread because the stock sold off. If the stock went up, that would have been a call credit spread. But since the stock went down, this is a call debit spread. So, let's go back. So this person here, whoever made this $1.9 million trade, they're just betting that the best case scenario, the max profit, would be if Clover finishes between 10 and 19 by June 18th. That's what they're betting on. I mean, that's a really wide range, 10 and 19. And I would say that has a pretty good shot at working out. Now, if this goes below 10, that's when this person's really going to start getting in trouble and start losing money. And if this stays above 19, then they're going to make money, just not as much as the max gain. So, but this person is hopefully betting that this stays between 10 and 19. Hey, Monica, you made $80 off of Clover? Hey, that's better than nothing. That's still some money. Give you the money here. I mean, it's kind of tempting, like you kind of want to throw all your money at it, but logically, that's not the smartest thing to do. So, hey, green is green. So, money is money. Okay, so that's all I got for Clover. What's next? Blackberry. Blackberry, okay. So you sold. That's a smart thing to do. Not sure when you sold, but you know, I would have been out as soon as you saw. If we go back. As soon as I saw it, if I was watching this and I saw it break 24, if it hit 25 and went below 24, that's when I would have been like, okay, maybe it's time to sell. But even if you sold at 22, which is where it finished at, that's a fat gain today. So yeah, I really hope everyone starts to sell this because I don't think this is gonna end well. So hopefully everyone starts taking profit. That's what I would do. But this is apes we're talking about here. This is Wall Street Bets we're talking about. They believe in the hodl. They believe in the diamond hands. So I don't think many people are gonna sell. But you got to get burned to learn. Letting some of the profit ride, yeah, that's fine. As long as it's more than your cost basis, then sure. House money, nothing wrong with that. But congratulations to you. Glad you made money today on that. Okay. Now let's do Blackberry. So here's Blackberry. Finishes at $15.80. That's up 0.19% today. So pretty sideways trading. Really all the popular meme stocks are kind of trading sideways today. So, really not much has changed about yesterday. So I'll just recap what I said. So, looks like it's consolidating now between 16 and 14. I thought it might consolidate between 14 and 12, but looks like it's 16 and 14. So, if it goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 18, then 19.5, and then 20. And if it breaks 20, it can go all the way up to 25, and then the all-time high of 28.77. Now, if it comes to the downside, next level of support would be 14, 12, and I don't think it's breaking 12, but if it does, it can come all the way back down to about 950. The RSI is at 75, so still in overbought, oversold territory, according to the technicals. But it is coming down. It is coming back down to earth. The volume is slowly coming down, but not really what you see in a pump and dump. The volume has been holding kind of steady last couple of days. It's been between like 150 million and 200 million. Today we got 161 million. So still pretty strong volume here. That's interesting. So we'll see what happens with this. One ape Clover, he refused to sell. Yeah, low roller. We'll go over that post you linked when we get to the Yolos. I don't want to do it right now, but I'll take a look at that. I might actually have it for the Yolos. Well, we'll see. Okay, so we'll see what happens with Blackberry. But it does look like it's going to consolidate. It looks like it's consolidating between 16 and 14 right now. I really don't expect this to go past 20, which is the high for the week. The high of Meme Mania round 2. But it's a meme stock. Anything can happen. So we shall see what happens with this next couple of trading sessions. I hope it goes up. I know a lot of apes have Blackberry. A lot of my viewers have Blackberry. So hopefully it goes up. But looking at the technicals, it looks like it's going to consolidate for a little bit. Hey, Zakaria. Thanks for being here today again, as always. Did you come in late? I think you missed quite a bit. I took a position in Oxygen, man. Maybe you can catch the playback later. Okay, so that's Blackberry. Now let's do Workhorse. Clover is flavor of the week. I think you mean flavor of the day. Not too many people were talking about it. I did see a little bit in Wall Street Bets chatter about Clover this week, but it was all about AMC, all about Blackberry. Today it's about Clover and Wish. Workhorse. Oh, don't apologize, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you can make it. Yeah, but basically, you can see it later. But I sold puts on Oxygen. So I did June 18th, $8 puts. So and I got 7 of those. So if it doesn't come down to $8 by June 18th, I get to keep $250. And if it does, I get to keep $250. And I get to buy Oxygen at $8. So win-win. So really big fan of selling options. So that's the move there. Okay, here's Workhorse. So I forget when the last time I talked about this was, a couple days ago. But it's still been running. It's at 15.58 today. That's up 11.67%. Okay, so let's analyze this. So it was fighting at this resistance of about 1480 for a little bit, for a few days now. It briefly broke that, came back down, and today it broke that again. So now we're actually in that channel. We're in this new channel of 1950, and we'll call it 1470. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 1950. And if it breaks 1950, well, actually, I guess I'm missing one. Let me draw that. Good enough. Yeah, it looks like I was missing a few here. My bad. Now we're good. So if it breaks 1950, this can go to the next level of resistance of 22. And then 2550. And if it breaks that, it can go to 3120 approximately. And then the all-time high of 43. Now, if this goes to the downside, hopefully it doesn't, because there's a very wide channel here. Next level of support would be all the way back down to $7. Seems kind of unlikely this is going to come back down to $7, but there's really nothing holding this up. I mean, maybe there might be one here. Okay, I take that back. Next level of support would be 12. And then if it breaks 12, this could go all the way back down to 7. So, pretty wide channels here. Pretty wide channels. So, any way this goes, this is going to be some serious price action, some serious price movement. The RSI is at 69, so almost in overbought, overvalued territory. Approaching that very quickly. The volume did look like it was dying down, but today it just came back up out of nowhere. Finished with 72 million volume today. That's a lot of volume. So that's a bit odd. Makes me think that maybe it's not done yet. It looked like it was before, but crazy volume today. So maybe it's not. We'll have to see in the next few trading sessions. And I did have unusual options activity on this one too, so let's take a look at that. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so first one, we see right here, somebody made a trade for January 20th, 2023, $50 strike. So this was Leaps. So someone is betting a lot of money on Leaps right here. If we do that math real quick, 1,944 times 400. That is a $778,000 YOLO. It's not a YOLO actually. I'm too used to Wall Street bets. But that's almost an $800,000 bet for Leaps right there. Now we don't know if that was a buy or a sell. So let's check that out. This happened at 11:35. So if we look at the chart and we look at 11:35, back up. So right here at 11:35, we see a sell-off immediately. So this tells me that this was a sell. So, looks like somebody is betting that this is going to be under $50 by January 20th, 2023. I mean, it's only at, the high is at, I mean, right now it's at like 16, the high is 1744. So, you know, that seems pretty reasonable. That seems pretty reasonable. That this will finish under $50 by January 2023. And if this guy's correct, he gets to keep his $800,000. So pretty decent play there. You know, do what you want with that information. And there's also another trade. Where is it? Okay, so right here, we see July 16th, $25 strike. Somebody traded calls and puts. 1,500 shares. So if we do that math, right, 1,500 times 1,006 plus 1,500 times 160. So do that math. That is almost a $2 million trade there. 1.7 million, about $1.8 million trade there. And I know that's a straddle, okay? A straddle is when you, well, we don't know if it's a long straddle or a short straddle yet. We'll get to that in a second. But a straddle is when you buy or sell options, a call and a put. You either buy a call and a put, or you sell a call and a put for the same strike, same expiration. So that guy did. That's what happened here, July 16th, $25 strike. So now we have to figure out if this is a long straddle or a short straddle. So we look at 1047. 1047. That's approximately back here in the morning, right before this massive sell-off. So it sells off, so that tells us that is a short straddle, meaning he sold these options. He sold calls and he sold puts. So all that means is that this guy is betting that by July 16th, hopefully this finishes around $25. And the further out this goes away from $25, he's going to make less money. But the closer it finishes to $25, he's going to keep more of his premium, his $1.8 million premium. So, but basically, the takeaway from this is that somebody bet $1.8 million that this is going to be around 25 by July 16th. So, big trade there. Can't really. I don't want to really infer too much, but you guys do what you want with that information there. So that is Workhorse. Okay, now we got GME. Back out of here. Okay, so here's GME. Finishes at $300 on the dot. So that was up 7.14% today. So it briefly touched the next level of resistance at 350. See that here? And then it came right back down to the next level of support at 300. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 350, then 380, and then the all-time high of 483. If this goes to the downside, this can go to 260, 220, and if it breaks 220, this can go all the way back to 150. I really don't think it's going back to 150, but it's meme stock. Anything can happen. So, interesting, because now we see a cup here, cup and handle. So the cup just completed. Follow my cursor. There's the cup. There's the U. The top of the cup being 350. So I kind of predict that this is going to pull back and it's going to start to form a handle. Maybe it'll pull back to 260, maybe 220. But it looks like all the other meme stocks where a cup and handle is forming, the cup forms, the handle forms, consolidation happens, and then there's another breakout. So I'm expecting this to pull back for a little bit and consolidate for a little bit, and then I predict a breakout. RSI is at 70, so this is just barely in. Well, it's really 69.83. So I guess it's not in overbought, oversold territory, but pretty much not far from there. So I would just advise everyone to be careful with this at this point. Really not too much volume though. That's interesting. Volume is at 17 million, a little above that. That's really not that much compared to other days that GME has had in the past. So that's a little concerning there. That makes me think that this run is a fake out. It was not confirmed by volume, by high volume. So that just kind of makes me believe even more that this is going to come back down. But again, it's a meme stock. You can't really look at the technicals too much when it comes to meme stocks. Okay, and there was also activity going on here, unusual options activity. Where is it? GME earnings is tomorrow. I did not know that. So, probably a buy the hype, sell the news play. That's kind of scary. So maybe a lot of people are buying the hype right now. And, there might be a bloodbath tomorrow. That's typically what happens. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. $11.50. Jeez, this is a lot. Sorry guys, I just gotta find it. $11.50. Where is it? Well, I can't find all of it, but we'll just go off of this right here. So we see here, June 11th, $350 call. There's a few of them. I swear there was more than this, but we'll just go off of this. So we got 466 times 1700 plus 404 times 1740. Okay. So we see right here, that's a $1.5 million trade. $1.5 million trade for June 11th, $350 strike call option. So we don't know if that's a sell or a buy. So we look at the time, which is 11:51. And so here's 11:51. So right after that, the stock crashed down. So that means this was a sell. This was a sell. So that means someone bet $1.5 million that this is going to stay under $350 by June 11th on Friday. So, hey, do what you want with that information, but that's telling me that GME is not going above 350 by this Friday. And, smart money made that play. Seems like an institutional bet. So, I'm going to put my money on that too. So it does not appear that GME is going to 350 by Friday. And they bet $1.5 million on that. So they're probably pretty confident about that. And if they're correct, they get to keep their whole $1.5 million bet. If they're not, then they might be in a bit of trouble. But it's most likely that they're going to be right. So that's what I found. Unusual activity on GME there. Okay, let's move on to Wish. Okay, here's Wish. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't really know too much about this company. I just saw this trending. I saw this trending a lot on StockTwits and Wall Street Bets. So, here comes the sirens. So, I'll analyze this as best as I can. Probably have to do more research on this. Might do a DD this weekend. Might do a DD video. But, yeah, let's take a look at this. I'm just going to draw some lines while the siren passes. Sorry, guys. Almost done. Okay, that's the best it's going to get for now. So here's Wish. ContextLogic Inc. It finishes at finishes at $11.63. That's up 49.87% today. So this looks like a squeeze. May not be done yet, but it's definitely getting squeezed. It's at least a gamma squeeze. I'm not going to say short squeeze because people get upset about that when I use the term short squeeze. They're like, You don't know what a short squeeze is. Do your research. Okay, gamma squeeze. Jeez. So, it broke the $10 resistance today, blasted through that, and it briefly touched the 1180 resistance. We can just call it 12. We'll just call it 12. So it briefly touched the $12 resistance. So if it breaks that, the next level of resistance would be 1550, 1750, 20, 24, 28, and 30. So these are pretty wide channels here. So, you know, this is going to be some serious price movement here. If this goes to the downside, it can come back down to the next level of support at 10. And if it breaks 10, draw this here. It can come back to the low of 750. So really there's a lot of upside here and not too much downside, to be honest. You know, really the lowest this can go is 750, back to where it was. And if this goes to the upside, a lot of room to go. So again, I haven't looked at this yet. This is kind of a last minute thing, but this looks pretty attractive. I'm not gonna lie. Wish is the app you can buy and see. Oh yeah, I think I've seen commercials about that. Wish.com. So I guess it's kind of like Etsy. Something like that. So absolutely insane volume today. Has 211 million volume. By far the biggest volume ever. The next biggest volume day was like 40 million. So it just 5x'd the previous all-time high volume, which was yesterday. RSI is at 58. So that's pretty standard, you know? That's pretty average there. So this really does look like it has a lot more room to run. Kind of considering taking a position now, but I don't really want to FOMO. This looks really juicy, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, okay. So, yeah, that is Wish. Really not much to say other than that. It looks like it has a lot of upside potential. A lot of upside potential. And this can pull back, but it really can't go back that much further. Like, it only can go back to 10 and 750. I mean, it can go below 750, but it really doesn't look like it's going to go below 750. So, not financial advice, but this chart looks really nice. What's the short interest on Wish? Let's go check that real quick. Wish. Okay, it says right here, 11.42% short interest, percent of float. So that's pretty decent. Not the most, you know, not as much as Clover. But hey, that's still a pretty decent short size there. So I can see why it got squeezed today. Wish's new IPO in December. Yeah, I see that here. It's been around for less than a year. So yeah, that is Wish. I wouldn't really want to FOMO win after a 50% gain, but other than that, just looking at the chart, this looks like it has a lot of upside. So maybe eventually I have to consider taking a position here. Not financial advice, but the chart does look really good. Don't know too much about the fundamentals. Again, might have to do a DD this weekend. Have to do more work on this. But just based on the technicals, this looks really good. What's the research and ratings? Okay, look at that. Average price target is 18. 11 analysts, 9 say buy, 2 say hold, none say sell. Average price target 18.30. This might be a buy. My head was blocking it. There it is, right there. I don't know, guys. This looks pretty good. I gotta do more work, but this looks pretty good. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, the peak is $32, but you know, like I say, you probably don't want to buy IPOs immediately because they're gonna fall, and it did. It fell from 32 all the way down to 750. Man, wow, this has a lot of room to go, huh? $18. What's the IV on this? I might have to sell some puts, man. 750. $25 for one. Hold up. So, So if I did a $5,000 trade here, if I did 750 for 25 each, that's not as good as Ocugen. That's not as good as Ocugen. Well, it might be because it's still running in the after hours. I might have to take a position in this. This is insane. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of like doing my own research during the show here. But hey, it looks pretty good at first glance. So that is Wish. Okay, let's get to the Yolos. Okay, so today we got Clover, Wish, and GME. Yeah, low roller. I'll look at that one after I'm done with all the ones that I picked out. Actually, let me just pull it up. Let me see. Is it going? There it goes. Okay, yeah, I did not see that one. This is a shares. Well, there's options too. Okay, I'll take a look at it after I get through all of mine. Okay, this first one is by Ancient Parsnip 7776. He says, Clover made my day. Blackberry next. Diamond hands. Okay. So, I picked this one because this is a good example of leaps. Great content to learn about. Great content to learn from and become a better investor. So he has 69 call options. Lol. I wonder why I chose that. That's pretty funny. 69 call options for Clover. $30 strike expiring December 17th. It's actually 65. He has 4 additional calls somewhere. So this was a 6K YOLO. It looks to be about a 6.5K YOLO, and he's up 529%. So, I don't really want to discuss the play itself too much here, but I chose this because I really like this one. He bought Leaps for December 17th. So I always say buy Leaps, not FDs. Leaps are at least 6 months out. So he did that. Gave himself about 6 months and a week. So love that right there. Love the expiration date. He definitely bought this before it popped off. Not sure when he bought these, but definitely before today's big run. So he got in at a pretty decent price. He did. He got in at a really good price here. Great entry point. Didn't FOMO. As for the strike, the $30 strike, I'm not the biggest fan of that strike. I mean, it's certainly possible that it'll get there. What's Clover at? So Clover is at 22 right now. So it's certainly possible that it'll get there at 30 in 6 months. But just because you buy a strike so out of the money doesn't necessarily mean it has to go there, as long as you sell it before it reaches the expiration. So, I mean, personally, what I would do here is at least take out the cost basis. You got to take some profit. At least take out your cost basis, your 6.5K. I personally would take out more. And then if you want, you can let the rest ride. But personally, I'd probably cash the whole thing out and look to rebuy if this comes back down, because it certainly looks like it's going to pull back a little bit. So that's what I would do here. I would just sell everything, and if I really like the stock, I would look to buy back in later. Not the biggest fan of holding this. But, hey, if that's what you want to do, it certainly can work. Like I said, $30 by December 17th. Pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable, I think. So, Ancient Parsnip 7776, thank you for posting. Congratulations so far. Really, really like this play. Very well executed. I really like this play. So, good luck to you, and please post updates. I want to see what happens. Okay, this one is by somebody. He says, 4,560% gain in Clover. Cashed out and bought 1,000 shares at the top of course. Okay. So he says he cashed out, so it's a gain. So congratulations. Okay. So this was for, he had 25 call options. Expiring August 20th. We'll just call it the $30 strike. This was a... What? This was a $200 YOLO? Am I reading that right? Huh? Whoa. This was like a $250 YOLO. And he's up almost $11,000 on this. Wow. He's up 10.5K on this from $200. That's insane. 4,561% gain. That deserves a money printer. Yeah, this is absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal. I wish I could get something like this. I wish I had some luck like this. This is insane. What? Okay. Yeah, Zakara, you think it's photoshopped? Yeah, I don't know. Seems a little bit absurd. You think so? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that now. Well, it might be fake, but I guess I'll review it anyway. So, at this point, if you're really up this much, if you're up 4,500% on $250, definitely got to cash. Definitely got to cash. Something, at least, like... Yeah, I'm assuming if you only put $250 on this, it was either a lottery ticket, or you didn't have a lot of money. Either way, you gotta take your profits, man. I would just take the whole thing. This is absolutely insane. It looks like Clover is at a pretty high point right now, so I would just cash everything, and if you really like the stock, you could buy back later. But I think just cashing everything right here would be a great play. I don't know what more you want. 4,561% gain from 250. You won, man. You won. You smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. I don't know what more you want. Just take the profits, take the tendies, get out of there. So, this is insane. This is absolutely absurd. I want some luck like this. Yeah, you would cash 100%. That'd probably be the smartest thing to do. Cash it, and if he wants to get back in, wait a little bit and get back in. See, he says he bought 1,000 shares at the top. I don't know why. So it kind of makes me think this guy really doesn't know what he's doing. He just kind of got lucky here, and then he FOMO'd back in. So anyway. This seems like pure luck. This just seems like pure luck. Not really any skill involved. So, hey, but sometimes that's all you need. Just a little bit of luck, and then you're up 4,500%. So, somebody, congratulations to you. Absolutely absurd. Insane gains. I really hope you sell something at least. But either way, please post updates. I want to see what happens with this. I definitely would not hold this until August 20th. I don't think that'd be really smart. Then theta decay is going to start to eat at you. And you're going to see your gains start to decline slowly, and they're going to rack up pretty fast. So I definitely hope you sell. But congratulations to you. And good luck in the future. Okay, this one is by Lolpaper. He says, holding for real. Clover price action. No dumping here. Well, one second. Alright, my bad. My apologies. Okay, so he has 134 contracts for Clover. We see here, he has a whole bunch of them. He has 10 for the $9 strike, June 18th, 10 for the $8 strike, July 16th, and then he has a bunch of leaps. Oh no, and then he has 100 for the $11 strike, August 20th, and then he has some leaps down here. He has 7 for the 22 strike, 2023, and then another 7 for the $10 strike, 2023. So, this was a $35K YOLO, $35,000 YOLO, and he's currently up 290%. Insane gains. Now he has a grand total of $144,000. And just today, he made 93 grand. Made 183% today. Insane. Okay. So, let's take a look at these plays. So, for the $9, $8, and $11 strikes, I guess you can justify holding. I personally would not hold. Because it seems like he says he's not selling. He says no dumping. I think that's a mistake. I think this guy should most definitely cut something at least. At least take out the cost basis of 35 grand. I would even take out everything, actually. Because it does seem like Clover is going to pull back. So, if you really like the stock that much, why not just cash everything and then rebuy at a lower price? I just don't really see the point of diamond handsing right here. You could cost yourself a lot of money. You know, like 5 figures. At least. So, anyway. So, I think for the $8, $9, and $11 calls, he's really in no immediate danger of those going out of the money. Clover's at 22, so that would need like over a 50% decrease. Whoa. Did you hear that? So he would need over a 50% decrease in like 2 months for that to happen. Seems pretty unlikely. So I think he's okay there. I don't think he's in danger of losing all his money there. But again, I would just sell it anyway. I would not hold this. And same thing for the leaps. Those are already in the money. So really no immediate danger. There's no need to panic sell. You know, there's no need to cut for emergency as of this moment. But I just don't see why he doesn't cash out. This is I would most definitely sell everything right here and move on. And if you really like the stock, rebuy later. Because if you just hold this, you're probably going to lose half your money. You're still going to be up a lot of money, but you're going to lose tens of thousands of dollars just by diamond handsing. What's the point? That makes absolutely no sense. Just cash it out and rebuy later. But hey, this is Wall Street Bets we're talking about. We're talking about apes here. They don't like to sell. They don't know what the sell button is. All they know is diamond hands.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
So, hey, that's just what I would do. I just cash it all out, move on, and I don't like the stock like that, but if you really like the stock like that, then just look to rebuy later. So, Lol Paper, congratulations to you so far. Crazy, crazy gains here. I personally would sell, and I hope you sell too, but if not, it seems to be, you seem to be in good shape. These don't look like they're going to go out of the money. But I'm just concerned because you're still going to cost yourself a lot of money just by holding. I don't think holding is the best move here at all. I think sell is the best play here. So, good luck to you. Congratulations. Good luck to you. And please post updates. I really, really want to see how this goes. I feel like there's going to be some serious, well, they're not losses, but there's going to be some serious price movement here. Some serious portfolio movement here. All right. Commit treason? What, is it against the rules to sell? You kind of do get shunned. When I was screaming, sell Microvision, sell AMC, everyone's like, you idiot, get out of here. So, people really don't like that. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's about making money. Actually, it's not all about making money. A lot of people are doing it just to spite the hedge funds, which is kind of dumb because that's trading on emotion. You should not be trading on emotion. That's pretty dangerous. But yeah, I'm all for selling. I'm all for selling. I don't care. Call me whatever you want. Call me Rainbow Bear. I don't care. I'm getting my tendies. I'm getting out. All right. So this one is by Gobi Manchuri. He says, wish me luck. Okay. So he has 48 calls for the, seems like either the 11 or the 1150 strike. Expiring January 2022. This was a 9K YOLO. And right now he's up 8K. That is 87.56%. Okay. So not really going to discuss the play itself too much here, but I just wanted to show this because I really like it. I guess I am discussing the play. So I'm showing this because I really like this play. First of all, it's a Leaps. This expires January 2022. So he's giving himself 7 months, about 8 months, for this to work out. He chose the, we'll just call it $11 strike. Not exactly sure, but I think it's the $11 strike. Wishes. So Wish is almost at 13 right now. So this is already in the money. So, and the average price target is 18 bucks. So, it's already in the money. He still has 8 months to go. Average price target is 18 bucks. Still looks like it has a lot of room to run. So, I really, really like this play. I really do. And he bought this, not sure when he bought this, but it was before today. So, he bought this before the huge run. So, really, everything about this I like a lot. This was very well executed. I like the strike. I like the expiry. I like the entry point. So, if he wants to hold this until 2022, I really have no problem with that. Maybe he could consider selling, take some profits, but I really don't think that's too big of a deal. If he wants to hold this until 2022, until expiration, that seems like a pretty good play. Actually, it might be better than selling, actually, if he just held this. Not saying it will be, but in this position, in this situation, it might be better just to hold than to sell. So, Gobi Manchuri, thank you for posting. Congratulations so far. You're up a lot of money already, and I'm sure you're going to make a lot more money in the next 8 months. So, thanks for posting. Great content. Congratulations. Good luck to you, and please post updates eventually. Yeah, that's true. You could buy a house. You can buy 2 houses. You could buy a car. Buy a mama house. Yeah, put it in SPY. Put it in index funds. And you're good, bro. Good for the rest of your life. But, that's not enough for the apes. They want more. Crazy. Okay, this one is by Ray Money. He says, "Wish me away to the moon." Okay, he has 16 call options for Wish expiring June 18th, so next Friday, at the $5 strike. And he just made this play today, and he's already up $480. Seems like this was a 7K YOLO. So the reason why I wanted to show this one was because this is a good example of buying in the money call options. So the purpose of buying in the money call options is that you give yourself a lot of safety. So, it's very unlikely that this is going to go below $5 by June 18th. So these are very, very unlikely that these are going to finish out of the money. Only downside being that these are a lot more expensive than buying out of the money calls. So he probably couldn't. That's why he only was able to get 16. If he bought like $10 or $20 strikes, he probably would have got, 50 of them, something like that. It's not something that I personally do a lot, but I think it's a pretty smart play. So, doesn't mean you can't lose money. If it goes to the downside, you could still lose money, but at least it won't finish out of the money. So even if this goes to the downside, he'll just have to buy Wish at $5. He'll have to buy 1,600 shares of Wish at $5, which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world. If you like the stock, you can just hold it. I don't think it's going to happen anyway. Okay, so, I mean, I guess my only criticism for this is that this is kind of FOMO, because he just bought these today, just bought these 4 hours ago, so he kind of jumped on the train as it was mooning already. But but it kind of seems like Wish still has a long way to go. So I guess it's not a terrible play, but if this were for a different stock like AMC or Blackberry or like Clover, that would have been pretty bad to jump in when it's already mooning. In this case, doesn't seem like the worst play because it does seem like there's more room to go. So I do like the play. I personally don't really go for in the money call options, but it's a safer play. And I'm not a big fan of the FOMO, but in this situation with this stock, it does work. So I can get behind this. I support this play. Decent play here. Not the best, but not the worst. So Ray Money, congratulations to you. Actually, why did I say congratulations? It's still going. So Ray Money, good luck to you. Hope this works out for you. Hope you make the tendies. And please post updates. This expires in 1.5 weeks, so I want to see how this goes. You guys have to understand, it's not about the money. Yeah, it's about screwing the hedge funds. Hey, look. If you guys want to think like that, I don't care. Go ahead. Go ahead. Diamond hands to the moon, diamond hands to the ground. I don't care. But I'm not with that. I could give a crap about the hedge funds. Am I making money? Am I making tendies? That's all I care about. Yeah, it's I didn't really understand, but I get it now. Like some people just really hate the hedge funds. I got a lot of comments saying like, we will never forget about 2008. It's not about the money. It's about screwing the hedge funds. And I'm like, you guys are insane. But I guess I can see it. Not the best way to invest, but I can see the psychology behind it. Diamond hands to the moon. Yeah, the contract would be worthless if it went under $5. That would really suck. That would really suck. But that's why he bought in the money, because it's very unlikely that it's gonna go under $5. Okay, this one is by Bolt's Trick. He says, wish YOLO college funds. Wall Street bets can diamond hands Bitcoin and crypto. Even that's not a good idea. Because back in the day, like 2017, 18, when I first got into crypto, that was actually the consensus. Like everybody agreed diamond hands was the best play in crypto. Now over the years, we see that, no, actually that's stupid. You shouldn't do that. So, I actually, I diamond hands Bitcoin from 20K all the way down to 4K and back. So, in hindsight, no, I should have dumped at 20K and rebought it like 5K. But, nowadays, the consensus is, no, you should definitely sell crypto. But back in the day, actually, diamond hands was the play. Everyone agreed diamond hands was the play. So, interesting how times change. Yeah, college funds, not a smart idea. Not a smart idea. Also, you see people taking leverage on their house, taking loans against their house, and putting it in options or crypto. Don't do that, guys. Not a smart idea. Okay, anyway. So he has 80 call options for Wish $20 strike expiring June 18th, 1.5 weeks. This was... What is this? This was a 3K YOLO, $2,900 YOLO, and he's up 93% already. He's up $2,700. Now I wanted to show this basically because this is a good example of an out of the money call. So the last guy did an in the money call, way in the money call. This is a way out of the money call. So What is Wish at? So right now it's at 13. So he's giving himself a week and a half for this to go up about 50%. Very, very unlikely. Very unlikely. But this is a meme stock. The squeeze may have just begun, so maybe it will. But besides that, okay. This is also an example of FOMO because he just bought these today, so he kind of jumped in the middle of the train going up. He boarded the rocket ship a little late, but with this stock, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Only thing I have to say is, my criticism is that he has to sell. He has to sell because if he doesn't sell, since the expiration date is so close, it's only in 1.5 weeks, every single day that this doesn't hit $20, Theta Decay IV Crush is going to eat at him. So he's probably going to be losing hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single day. Probably like $500 to $1,000 a day. So I think this is a sell right here. Most definitely, this is a sell right here. It might go up more, but the expiration date is too close. The strike price is too high. And if you don't sell here, this can go really, really bad, really, really fast. And if you continue to hold, that's just straight up gambling at that point. That's not smarter gambling. That's just gambling. So my personal advice, not financial advice, is to dump this right here. I don't care if it's going to go up more. You got to dump this right here. It's not worth the risk. So, Bolt's Trick, thank you for posting. Good luck to you. I hope you sell. But if not, hope it works out for you. Please post updates. I really want to see how this turns out. I did have a GME, but the show's going kind of long today, so I think I'm just going to skip that. Low Roller, I'm going to look at yours right now, the thing you wanted me to look at, and then I'm going to sign off. Okay. Okay, so this one's by OG Clapcheek69. This guy's famous. I've done a lot of reviews on this guy before, so I already know what's going to happen. This guy is insane. This guy is absolutely insane. His risk tolerance is like no other. He has balls of steel. So I didn't even read this yet, but I've seen this guy before. He is a maniac. True ape. True ape. Okay. Wow, okay. He's a baller, huh? He's like $4 million in shares. I guess it was 2 million. So I'm not really concerned about the shares, but options. Okay, 200 calls. Expiring next month. You turn 20K into multi-millionaire. I believe it. I believe it. Like I said, I've reviewed this guy's plays before. He's not really great at bankroll management. You know, if you're a multi-millionaire, you shouldn't be YOLOing $2 million on Clover. I'm sure that's a pretty sizable position compared to his bankroll. Not smart there. I kind of feel like eventually this guy's gonna, eventually the trade's not gonna go well for him. He's gonna do some crazy, insane YOLO and lose a lot of money. But hey, it's been working out so far. This guy just has crazy luck, I guess. So he just bought these today also. So he FOMO'd in. He FOMO'd in and still made 85 grand. That's insane. He got rich parents. I don't know about that, but that would certainly help. You know, so you know you have a cushion in case things go bad. You just go, Mommy, Daddy, give me money. Yeah, so it looks like he bought in the money calls, $9, and he made 47% today. He made 85 grand just on his options today. I think that's a sell. I most definitely think that's a sell. And I'm pretty sure this guy does, this guy is not diamond hands. Sometimes he does, but this guy actually sells his stuff. So I hope he sells. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I don't know how you can put this much money on one position. I guess it's two. Like unless he has like a $50 million bankroll, I don't see why you would put this much money in a position like this. Even if you really believe in it that much, and I'm not too big on diversification, I don't really believe in it that much. But this is insane. This is insane. So, you know, like I said, he's going to do this. He's going to keep doing this. He's going to put huge positions. He's not going to manage his risk properly. And he's going to put like $5 million on the next meme stock. It's going to crash and he's going to be out of all his money. So, you know, if you made 20K to a few million, you got to manage it correctly. You got real lucky. And all you got to do is not blow it. And with plays like this, eventually he's going to blow it. But hey, it's very entertaining. I love the content. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. PR about investigation concluding. That's right. Clover is also getting investigated for fraud. How did these guys pay taxes? Well, it's a lot of taxes. He's probably going to pay, you know, a couple million in taxes. Oh, Bitcoin went up. Look at that. Bitcoin's up to 34,000. All right, well, that's the show for today, guys. Went a little long. Had a lot of talk about today, but that's all right. Gonna sign out now. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. Manny? Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Can I check out CMMB? Sure, I could. I'll check it out real quick. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about it, but I can tell you, do some quick technical analysis. I guess the show's not over, huh? Alright, cool. I gained 2 subs, that's awesome. Okay. So this looks like it just went public. When did this go public? In March? So it's only been around for 3 months. And I always say, personally, I don't like buying IPOs. I don't like buying SPACs, direct listings, whatever new company. I like to hold off a little bit. It's been 3 months. Might have hit a bottom. So I definitely hope you didn't buy in the IPO. That would have sucked. 52-week high is 169. Says here the high is 80. I don't know about 169, but it says here the high is 80. $20. Float is thin. Price target 42. Okay. Well, I mean, right now, this seems like a pretty decent buy. 20 bucks. Let me check on Barron's. Hold up. Oh, wow. I wasn't even... My bad. I wasn't even, didn't have the screen up. But, yeah, okay. So the low was 15 bucks. So at 20 bucks, that's really not... Seems like a pretty decent buy. Let me look on Barron's. CMMB. And I will just say with these biotech stocks, with these pharmaceutical stocks, it's very driven on it's driven on speculation and momentum a lot. Okay, says here the average price target is 43.5, 43.50. So does seem like there's a lot of upside, but there's only 2 analyst ratings. So, you know, you really can't go off of the price target that much because there's not many analysts, there's not many opinions. But I do see this. It doesn't say what the short float is. Might have to look that up elsewhere. But Barron's doesn't say. That's kind of weird. But it says plus 56% short interest. So in the past month, the shorts have been loading up on this. So, again, not sure what the total short float is, but this kind of looks like there's a lot of potential for a squeeze. I got to find out what exactly the short float is. So I would say that this does look like there's a lot of potential in this, just based on the short interest and the price target, but not exactly sure what the short interest is, and and the price target is only based off of 2 analyst ratings. So, I wouldn't trust that too much. But hey, at 20 bucks, I don't really think you can go wrong. I don't. Kind of unlikely this is gonna fall below, go back down that much. I don't think it's gonna go below 15. You know, that appears to be the bottom. That appears to be the bottom. Cup is forming here. Did Wall Street Bets add CMMB? No, I didn't see that. I'm just answering this guy's question. Manny Pereira. So, all right. So I'll just say, it seems like there's not too much data to go off of to make, to really analyze this completely. But just looking at the technicals, at 20 bucks, I would say looks like a pretty decent buy here. I don't think you can go wrong here, really. This seems like this has a lot of upside. Not financial advice. And this does seem like there's a lot of potential for a short squeeze. So I would say go for it. I have to do more work on this, but just looking at this at first glance, seems like a pretty decent play here. Not sure about the fundamentals, but just based on the technicals, looks like a pretty decent play. I would say, sure, go ahead. Okay, anything else, guys? Anything else? Any more questions? No problem. You're welcome, man. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing that. I'd appreciate that. All right, going once, going twice. All right, time to sign out. All right, let's do it again. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. You apes already know diamond hands to the moon. Appreciate you, Manny, Monet. Sorry, don't know how to pronounce your name. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you for subscribing. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold then.